Fresh, hot. Good. Hello, Coffee Time friends. How y'all doing? Mama's warning me about this hot coffee. Boy, it's hot. It's fresh pot. I know it's late, but I'm drinking it anyway.
It's just steaming. It's just a boil.
It is, ain't it? What are y'all up to tonight? We're doing smothered pork chops. Now, here's the pork chops unsmothered. We're going to let them fry. And then I'm going to smother them with some goodness. And I want y'all to see that. Now, these are just frying away. I've had them on there a few seconds. They're starting to turn a little on the bottom. But we're going to let them cook good. Now, I'm going to put the lid on them because I want them to steam up a little bit. I want them to get themselves to cook.
I guess I better get the beans and put them on a little bit cooked.
Mama's going to have, she's got mashed potatoes done peeled and they're on the stove, right?
Yeah.
And she's going to open up some peanut beans, and this is going to be supper. But this right here is going to be delicious because it's going to have all that smothering goodness on it. And I'm going to make some changes for Mama that some of y'all may appreciate as well. So stick around, we'll see what we can do with these pork chops. They got to cook first, so let's just take a moment, let them do their thing, and then we'll chat. Hello, Barbara, how are you? Hello, John and Mama. Hey, Miss Melba, how are you doing? Hi, John and Mama. Hey, Deanna. What are y'all cooking tonight? Hello from Indiana. Well, I tell you what, I need this cup of coffee. I know it's late and it is fully caffeinated, but I don't think it's going to hurt me tonight. And it just tastes too good not to drink. You coffee drinkers know what I mean. It's just like, I always have to suffer the consequences. If, for some reason, it keeps me awake, I'll just read a book, or I'll get up and get into something. I have been able to sleep, get up, make a pot of coffee. Now, that don't make any sense to anybody that's a coffee drinker, but I figure if I'm up anyway and I'm not tired, I might as well drink some more coffee. True statement. 3 o'clock sometimes finds me sitting here drinking coffee. If I can't sleep anyway. So, I don't have this written out. I have it written out in one of Mama's big books out there. But I've fixed this enough, and I've done it with pork chops. I've done it with chicken. I've done it with other meals. The gravy, the smother part, is already in my mind. And I'm going to show y'all what we do, just to make it quick and easy. Let's check here. I just started out with a little bit of vegetable oil. And let's flip these. I think it's probably time. Let's see what they are. Yeah, look there. That's what you want, a good char. Now, these came pre-stuffed. These are some of those that Joe and Pam gifted us with. Thank you, Joe and Pam. These are pre-stuffed, and that's one reason I decided to go with smothered tonight, because stuffed pork chops smothered are delicious. Absolutely delicious. So we're going to let this other side brown. We're going to let them cook done. I want them done. I'll temp them and make sure they're done. So we're just going to keep on keeping on here. It shouldn't take terribly long because even though they're thick, part of that's stuffing. Now, if you don't have them already pre-stuffed, which many people don't, just buy a thick pork chop, slice a pocket, and put you some cornbread stuffing in it. Either the homemade you make, or you can buy cornbread stuffing and you can put it in there just the same. Or if you want to make this without stuffing them, that's delicious too. So you got many, many options on this dish. This same mixture can be used on pork, beef, or chicken. It's all good in all areas there. All I put on these pork chops was salt and pepper on that other side. And I'll put a little salt and pepper on this side. And they'll be seasoning in the roux that I'm going to make in a minute. Roux is just a fancy word for gravy. It's just a fancy word for taking a little bit of flour, mixing it with the drippings and the grease here, and I'm going to mix it with a little bit of chicken broth, a cup of chicken broth. And the things I've done for Mama tonight is, normally you would start this out with thinly sliced onions once this was done. I'm going to use minced onions.
Can I put the lid on it?
Yes, ma'am. I'm going to use minced onions, and I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to drop these onions in here now because I want them to hydrate. I want them to hydrate. And for you all, I'm going to measure tonight because y'all like that. So, this is a cup of chicken broth. You can get it out of the box, you can get it out of the can, or you can use bouillon. It's up to you. Okay? For the minced onions minced, I want to say minced onions. What do y'all want to say? I'm going to put in one teaspoon, I guess is what I'm going to use, but I'm going to make a heaping.
You're going to make almost a tablespoon heaping it.
One good, hearty, healthy teaspoon of minced onions. You want to put those in that warm broth because you want them to start softening up, rehydrating. Same with garlic. I'm not going to use even garlic in the refrigerator. I'm going to use this minced garlic here, and it is the dried kind, and I'm going to put the 1 teaspoon in it. Maybe not quite as heaping. Because I want those to get reintroduced to some liquid. This is thyme. And thyme is wonderful, and it's good on pork. Smell that.
Oh.
It smells so good. Smell that, Mama. Mmm. 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 And they all said, mmm. This only gets a 3/4 teaspoon of thyme. And I'm going to put it in the same liquid. That makes a difference. Oh, does it ever make a difference. This is chives. Now I've bought a bunch of chives. And since I already got the minced onion in there, I'm going to do a 3/4 of chives. Mama's laughing at my measurement.
Yeah, 3/4.
Now this is just a little bit of parsley flakes. And that's going to be just a little decoration. And I'm just going to sprinkle about a tablespoon of it in there. Doesn't have a lot of taste, but what parsley does is it wakes up your other flavors and makes them good. Now I'm going to go ahead and stir all these in together. So to recap, Mama, tell them what I put in here.
Oh,
I put
heaping teaspoon of onions.
minced
Onions. Almost a heaping teaspoon of garlic.
minced.
Yes. Thyme, 3/4 teaspoon.
Yes, ma'am.
And chives. That's what it was.
Chives.
3/4 teaspoon. And about a tablespoon of parsley.
Yes,
Did I
ma'am.
get them
You
all?
got them all. You did extra good, Mama. Just extra good. We will probably renew your contract if you keep making
Keep doing
if you
good.
keep making strides like that.
Did I get a raise with the new contract?
Yeah, you'll get twice what you're getting now.
Oh! 0 plus 0 is 0.
What I tell you, that night she laid out, and I told you that I tell her I'd dock her pay, and she'd say 0 from 0 is still the same pay.
Yeah.
I told her that's what she'd say, Mama.
Yeah.
I'm gonna grab the thermometer. I'll get it. Sit still, Mom. You're looking good right there.
Oh, I look good. I'm right here close to it. Ooh. Hold on to my fingers when I got work now.
Should have got it before. Mom, I should have got that. the thermometer part stays sealed in there so it don't even get in the world. Pork is 136.
Not near enough.
Poultry and ground meat. Pork should be 180 to 186. So it likes another little bit. Yep. It's gonna take a minute, Mama.
Oh, yeah.
So we'll just cover it back up. That'll give our herbs a chance to bloom. And here's what your herbs are going to look like in here. Not the prettiest thing you ever seen. And then chicken broth, I ain't going to lie, but they're fine. Outside where she loves to be, Charles says. Oh, y'all must be talking about Abby. It's 57. We couldn't get her in here with a T-bone. I got her in about a week ago with some pepperonis. She came in and she circled and she circled and she sniffed around and she ran to the door and was like, all right, open this door. I told Mom I think she's claustrophobic. She does not like to be in.
UPS guy says, can I let her in so she can lay on the couch? I said, sure you can. He said, you don't mind? I said, no, get her in here.
Yeah, get her in here. We'll take her.
He said, she won't come in, will she? I said, no, not very seldom.
She don't like it. First dog we had one. Rusty was a little bench-legged feist, and he didn't want to be in.
No.
He would come in. He was a little easier to get in than her, and I could even get him into my bedroom and on a bed for a cold night, and he would even lay down.
But he just wouldn't stay.
But he would not stay over 40 minutes was his limit. He was gone, and I had to take him out. And then when you try to get him back in, he wouldn't come back in. So I've had at least one other that wouldn't come in. Most of them are trying to get in every time you open the door. Not these birds. All right.
She's big now.
She's gained a little bit of weight. I noticed today I was out there with her, and I thought, girl, it could be that you've gained a pound. Now, folks, that's flavor. You're looking at flavor. It's still not hot enough. Even as hot as it appears to be, it ain't quite hot enough. It's climbing. It's almost 150.
Fish it off with the curves, the browning.
Put it on the sides.
It may be hot, but it won't burn.
I've got it kicking up there pretty hot like.
Put your lid back on.
I might put just a little of this in there.
How you going to brown your flour?
Well, I'm just putting a little bit of this in there to give it a little flavor and a little steam. We got it turned all the way up. I really didn't think it would take that long. But you just gotta let it cook, folks. Oh my goodness. Woo.
I smell your thyme.
That time and that heat. Oh, my nostrils are just enjoying it. When we get it up to temperature, it won't take much longer. About the time the taters are done and the green beans are cooked down, it should be about right. So that just gives us a minute to visit. 145 degrees, Stacy says. Stacy, you think that's enough?
That's what it's supposed to be for. That's what our training at school was, 145
This says you think it's good enough. Now it has to cook a few more minutes after I make the oven. As long as it's not pink in the middle, 145 should do it, shouldn't it? Shouldn't it?
It won't be pink in the middle because it's got stuffing in the middle.
Take that lid over there and let's take these up. I'm going to check them one more time. They're done then because they're already up to 150, 160 coming up, 150. I'm going to call them done. I'm looking at them and my eyes say, they done. But my thermometer is saying, wait. I'm going to tell that thermometer, take a break. We're going to call them done. Alright, so here we go. This is hot goody. Come right over here, would you? So, I'm going to put a little bit more oil. Mama, put a little butter to your satisfaction in here. Butter just makes it a little better. Just do what you think, Mama. Because it don't matter if you put any, actually. That looks delicious to me. Gonna let that get down just a little bit. So we gotta estimate about what we have here. Can y'all see this? Maybe I can move you just a notch here. All right. And I bring you down like that. So this is butter, a little bit of vegetable oil, and the rest of whatever goodie was in there. And we're going to put a little bit of flour. I'm going to say there's about 3 tablespoons of goodie in here. But I'm just going to add my flour. You want to make it about 50-50. You want about the same amount of flour as is the oil or the fat. Flour to fat ratio should be about the same. This is no different than making breakfast gravy. This is called a roux. And this little spoon here, this is a roux spoon. In case you're wondering what them flat spoons everybody uses. It's for a roux. And that's so you can get in these corners and it stays flat on the bottom so it don't stick. Now, I'm going to add just a touch more flour. But you don't want to keep adding flour because you want it to cook for about 3 minutes. Because flour is raw and you want to cook it. Okay? Turning back up, get a little heat on that flour. And butter. And a little bit of that vegetable oil. You can always add a little more butter or a little bit more vegetable oil. Now, I wish there was some way y'all could smell this little bit, just that little bit of thyme that's in there, and that little bit of goodie that I put in there smells so good. Can y'all see that? What do you think about it, Mama?
Very good.
How's that smell to you?
I can smell that thyme, so you pour that little bit in there.
Now I'm going to let that sit there a second. And I'm going to turn these around just a notch so you can see this. This is a can of cream of mushroom soup. You know in the South, anytime we cook, we're going to do a can of something. See if it'll come out. Sometimes you get lucky and it'll come right out. This spoon won't fit, of course.
Here,
and I'm going to put it right in here.
Around the edges.
Going to put it right in here with these delicious herbs. Get all that goodie out of there. Cream of mushroom soup. Were y'all expecting cream of chicken? Because that's one of the staples we use all the time, isn't it? Doesn't have to be perfectly blended. I'll turn that up a little bit. I just really want it blended well enough that it'll make one consistent ingredient as I pour it in here. So all those ingredients we put in here, I've now added a can of cream of mushroom. And that's what that looks like. Mama's stirring it for us. Let's go right over here. And I'm just going to pour this in. Kind of like you would milk and or cream and water if you're making breakfast gravy. Oh my goodness. That just went pop. That just went, oh, those flavors, those smells. That is awesome. You're going to love this. And like I said, you can use this with chicken. You can use this with the pork like tonight, or you can use it with beef.
You need a whisk to get those.
Yeah, it'll look prettier, Mama. I'm through with the roux. Now we've got to get to mixing. See if we can get it all combined here. Everything's beautiful together. Now that flour is thickening that. If it gets too thick, you can add a little bit of water or a little bit more chicken broth or whatever you need to add. Turn it down just a notch. Just one notch will do it. Now I'm stirring this constantly because I don't want it to burn, I don't want it to stick, and I want it to build that thickness, and it's getting there. Doing a great job, and all those lumps in the soup, you can see here the lumps in the soup's coming right out. Look at there, folks. Look at there. I'm going to turn it on down. I'm going to turn it till the thermostat kicks off because it's done its thing. Your flour is completely done. This is the perfect thickness. Mama, you just have to tell them. They may not believe me because I'm the one cooking it. What does that smell like?
It's wonderful. You smell all those spices.
Everything, and it's just beautiful.
This back in there now.
Yes, ma'am. I am. Now, these two little beauts here. Time for your sauna. Actually, it's time for your soak in the hot tub. Look at that, folks. Now, smothered means smothered. Let's smother them up. Look at that beautiful brownness of the pork chops. And we're going to smother it with this delicious gravy slash mushroom. Now, Mama don't mind mushroom soup. Now, if I'd chopped up fresh mushrooms, sauteed them, they were big in here, Mama would ex-nay that. She'd say, not for me. But she doesn't mind in creamy chicken soup, creamy mushroom soup, using those for a base like this. There we are. Now, we're going to let those pork chops get warm again. And we're going to put the lid on it. Let that steam stay in there. Let those pork chops do their thing. Going to put our over there. And now, oh, you are upstairs. Come on down. Now, all we have to do is wait to mash some taters. Get those green beans out. And see, that's cooking again. So I'm going to cook a lot because I got it on low. But we want it to get good and hot. Smothered pork chops. Smothered, I guess some kind of round steak. All that would be good. Delicious, in fact. And we've done all of it, so I know it to be good. The pork chops are so good like this. If you want to try smothered pork chops, this is a simple, easy recipe. Now, here's the changes you can make if your stomach is never bothered by anything. You can start out in that oil with thinly sliced onions. I would probably dice them. I don't like the big long strips of onions or the big rounds. But you can cube them up and you can saute those onions in your hot grease before you add your flour. That would be just one more little element. But don't use the minced onions and those. The garlic, you could do fresh garlic. Or you could do jarlic, the kind you get in the jar in the refrigerator. But Mama has found, over our cooking every night and experimenting with different things, if we use minced garlic and minced onions in dishes that need it, we get the flavor, we just don't get the side effects of the raw onion or the garlic of Mama, do you?
No.
She said no. I don't know if you can do it.
No, I can't eat this fresh onions done like that.
Not this late. Now, she could at noon or at Sunday lunch. A lot of times we'll splurge and do a little different. But is the taters ready to mash?
I've done mashed them.
Mama! Ain't she a doll? Yeah, let's kick him back on. That'll be good. We're going to let that get good and hot. We're going to eat just a second. I know it looks like we're killing time. We're not. We're waiting on them beans. And she's done mashed potatoes. We're ready to eat. And here's some plates. That's proof. We're setting the table. That means it can't be much longer. I'm going to go ahead and unplug this because it's hot enough now. And I'm going to set it right there. I will show it to you in just a second. And I will show you these mashed potatoes and peanut green beans. It's time. I bought onion sets today. And boy, did I buy them, Mama.
I reckon.
Our Save-A-Lot had onion sets, purple, yellow, and white, and I bought them all. Then I bought the smallest bags I could, and I come home with 3 of the biggest old bags. But Mama and her sister like to garden together, and I said, we can share those. Here's those peanut green beans. Look at that. Absolutely delicious. And here comes the mashed potatoes. Absolutely delicious, and that's what we're going to have, folks.
What did I tell you the other day? You got too much cream in the potatoes?
Mm-hmm.
Guess what I've done?
I guess you're thinking, I wish I'd let John mash these.
I guess I wish I had them.
They'll stiffen up, Mama.
See?
Now see those potatoes? Those are not at a loss. Those will stiffen right up. Time we get ready to eat them, they'll stiffen up.
You're going to drink your coffee?
Yes, ma'am. And thrilled to do it. All right. I'm going to raise this back up a little bit. Y'all have any questions about this meal tonight? I had Philly cheesesteak pizza for so. Oh, that sounds good. Hello, John and Mama. Love you both. Well, thank you, Mary Darling. We love you too. Good evening, John and Mama. Hey, Tracy, how are you? What do you think about it, Mama?
I think it's good. I need to get us some knife because I don't want to squash all my stuffing out.
I'm going to do a flyover. I'm going to first take this lid and set it right there. So we're going to fly over. There's that beautiful smothered stuffed pork chops. Chicken would be delicious there. Anything. And there's the mashed potatoes and the green beans. All looking so good and ready for eating. Mom, I'm going to use your knife. And you know what I'm thinking about?
What? Cut that half into
Uh-huh.
Well, give me half of it.
That's what I'm thinking about. And I'll give you the big end.
No, I don't want the big end.
I'm trying to get it in the middle. And then we'll have one for... Let me show you this stuffed pork chop. Look in there. Beautiful stuffing all in the middle. And it's all done. And the gravy is looking delicious. I'll keep that mess, Mama. You got your knife.
Mm-hmm.
Now then, let's get us some... Well, let's get our mashed potatoes. Well, that could be a dab too soupy, Mama.
Yeah, I got a little bit too much cream. I fix less potatoes.
And now I'm going to put a little extra of this gravy. And I put a little on your mashed potatoes?
No, not on my potatoes.
Okay.
I'm going to try it before I do my potatoes.
Oh, okay, Mama. I'll put a little extra. We'll have it in case we want it. And a little bit of peanut green bean. Just put it right there beside everybody. You get 2 scoops.
No, I
green.
don't. I don't want 2 scoops of green. You're trying to make me eat green.
Let's bless it, Mama. Dear Heavenly Father, we thank you for this wonderful meal. We thank you for the privilege of being able to take it together, dear Lord. We just pray that you'll nourish our bodies with it. Dear Lord, we just pray for each and every person gathered here tonight. Dear Lord, we had so many prayer requests last night and unspoken requests and prayer requests tonight and unspoken requests. Dear Lord, we pray that you'll just watch over each and every one of those. Bless them in your time and your will and your glory. Put a hedge of protection around us and our families. Lead and guide and direct us in the path you should have us to go. In your name we pray. Amen. All right, so of course I'm going to go for this gravy first. Actually, it's about to starve me to death just thinking about all that wonderful good smell.
It's good.
Folks, you won't be disappointed if you put this over about anything. Could you imagine, Mama, this over chicken or anything else? You think you'd have a problem with it?
No, it's good.
It is delicious.
Makes me think I want a biscuit with it.
I was thinking that earlier. In the old days, when we was just eating carbs all that we wanted, I definitely would have made biscuits tonight. Did a good job on those green beans, Mama. Those potatoes are stiffened up.
Oh, yeah. Finally.
You want gravy over your potatoes now? So, Mama, this pork chop don't need a knife.
I was afraid I'd squish all my dressing.
It's as tender as your eyeball.
And I want dressing with everybody.
There it is, folks, the perfect pie. That's delicious. Smothered pork chops. These are smothered stuffed pork chops. If you don't have the stuffed ones or you don't want to fill with stuff in them, this gravy mix is so good over these. And this will be good so many ways. It's not a breakfast gravy.
No.
It's a spicy, not hot spicy, but that thyme and that garlic and the onion. It's there, isn't it, Mama?
But it makes you think of breakfast gravy. You want to eat a biscuit.
It's
I
delicious.
could handle breakfast gravy over it. Very good.
But this right here is delicious. I recommend it. 2 thumbs up. I made this for years, so I knew it wouldn't be disappointed. Mama, tell me about that can of mushroom soup.
It's got all the spices in it and the chicken flavor till you don't.
You're not bothered by those mushrooms. Mama's mushroom thing is about like my water chestnut thing. It's not the flavor. For Mama, it's the idea and the seeing them. She just don't want to see the mushrooms. Which I've about determined it's the same problem she has with the fish.
If they taste like fish, I don't like it.
Or if it looks like fish. You basically just don't want hot fish except for catfish.
I'll eat cod.
Whatever got you into, I meant to ask you that the other night when we was talking about. So for somebody who says, I just don't like fish, whatever made you like catfish?
I had to eat fish that my daddy and brothers caught.
Bluegill.
and stuff like that.
Now, I'm not a big bluegill fan.
But they don't taste like fishy fish smell.
When my Uncle Dutch was alive, I ate his bluegill. He filleted them. And yeah, there was plenty of meat on them. Dad's idea, just eat around the bones.
Pick the bones out.
Not me. I don't like that. Now, if you fillet them bluegill, I'm okay with them. And my uncle always did. Now, I know I was a little, what's the word?
Spoiled.
Mom, that's not the word for everything. What is it when you're biased? I'm biased. I mean, he was my uncle, and I thought the world of him. I really thought he hung the moon, and I thought he had all the answers, and if he did it some way, I thought that was the way it needed to be done. Especially, he was a full-time farmer, right up until he got sick. Meaning, he had the horses, he plowed with mules, he did it the old-fashioned way. He had the chickens, he had the guineas, he raised the hogs. We slaughtered the hogs at his house. A lot of my farming experience came from his farm. He would come over here and help us a lot. So, but just like filleting those fish, he always had a neat little trick with everything he did, didn't you, Mama?
Oh, yeah.
And so, to me, I just think that's the perfect way to have them. And they taste the best that way. And I've not had a good one since he passed. And I know we all have those family members that mean that much to us and we think all about them. But I really have never had anybody fillet them since then. So, I think I put a little bit of gravy in the green beans. I think that was my thing. Is because he did it. Because there was no bones. And they tasted so good. I miss him. I miss him more. I miss him every year, but I miss him more this time of the year every year than any other. Because he had beautiful picture gardens. I mean, his gardens was something you would want a picture of. And a lot of people went in to his house to see his gardens. I might share a picture with him in the comments if I can find it on my phone. My Uncle Dutch in the garden, of course. And if I can find it on my phone, I'll put it in the comments below. But anyway, Mama, I'm going to let you have the final rating.
Oh, everything's good.
And you think this is...
Even my soupy taters.
Them taters taste wonderful.
Mm-hmm.
And this smothered pork chop.
Right.
Have it again?
Yeah.
Yeah, she said. All right, folks. There it is. You heard it from the food critic.
No, I ain't the food critic.
You are definitely the food critic, Mama.
Mm-mm. I'm too picky on what I eat. Food critic has to eat everything.
No. They taste everything, but they like few things a lot of times.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'll just tell you this. I've got a piece there. If I had a restaurant and I seen you coming in, I'd say, food critic's here.
Oh, she wouldn't do it.
I would.
That would be bad.
If you think Mama would be a good food critic, give us a thumbs up. Now, Mama, I want to see what the people say. Those thumbs are for you, Mama.
Them hearts are going up.
That's a thumb. That's a thumb. That's a thumb and 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 a thumb. And blue ones are thumbs.
I know it's all hearts.
Those are blue ones are thumbs. The red ones are hearts. You mean you thought everything that went up through there was a heart?
For me, I thought it would be.
Oh, Mama, you're so funny. You crack me up all the time. Oh, mercy.
Oh.
folks. Look at all them mama. All those are still yours. And some people are feeling sorry for you sitting up a heart too.
Yeah, you're picking on me.
Oh, let me pet you. You love it when I pet you.
No, I don't. Not like it. Make me think of my dog pet.
Abby likes it.
Yeah, Abby likes it.
Abby will just lay there and let you pet her and pet her. And then as soon as you stop, she'll take her nose and she'll, like, why'd you stop? Push that hand. Get back over here. See, let's see if you like it. Oh, mercy, folks, it's Thursday. Tomorrow's Friday. I don't know what that means to you. Could be your first day of work for a long week, but some of us, it means our last day of work for this week. And I'm ready. I'm ready for that.
You are.
I'm ready for Saturday morning coffee. Saturday morning coffee is my favorite coffee, next to Sunday morning coffee. Sunday morning, I've got more going on, and I've got, deadlines and stuff like that because I got to get ready for church, and we do Sunday school highlights, and I'm trying to get ready. But I still enjoy my coffee. I love Sunday mornings.
I thought you enjoyed it every morning.
I do. But I mean, those are two special times. Saturday morning coffee is the shipping kind. It's the kind I just stare. I get a moment or two to stare out the window. And I sit out on the back porch or on the sun porch and just look out the window and say, what a beautiful day it is. And last 2 Saturdays I was sitting out there doing that, and it started snowing. And I was glad I was sitting there because it only snowed for about 30 seconds. And then it quit. But I got to see it.
I don't know if it's supposed to rain this Saturday or not. I ain't checked it.
Somebody told me it's supposed to be cold this weekend.
I ain't checked that either. I'll have to bring back out my heavy clothes.
Well, Mama, you're wearing long sleeves.
But it's thin as it can be. I'll have to wear heavy sweatshirts and sweaters.
Well, I'm glad they hacking that pork chop.
Yeah, because I couldn't eat it.
It was like two together.
It was thick.
It had the top was thick, the bottom was thick, and that dressing inside of it. So we've got a pork chop for lunch. And that's a good deal.
Mm-hmm.
All right, folks. We're going to clean this mess up. I don't know what I'll do. I'm staying up a little later than I was. I was getting in bed early, but I'm trying to...
Look at that clock. It's almost 8 o'clock. It is later.
I know, but I'm trying to stay up to 10. You set up till 10:30, 11, and 12 sometimes.
I know it.
I was going to bed, at 9-ish. And then I was waking up at 12-ish, 12:30. And I felt like I'd slept all night. I was like I went to sleep. And then I'd be up 3 or 4 hours. And then about 5:30, I'd be going back to sleep, wanting to go on. Mm-hmm. And it's time for me to get up.
That's the way I was the other night. I woke up at 12 something, almost 1. I thought it was morning.
And don't blame my coffee because I don't think that was it.
No, because I didn't drink coffee.
But I drank coffee before that started, and I drank coffee when it was going on, and I drank coffee after it's kind of better now. So, it's not coffee's fault. Don't blame my coffee. You're like Mama trying to blame Abby for every stick that's in the yard.
She does do that.
Mama. Some of them sticks are nature.
They ain't natured when they're piled up on the porch and chewed and stuff all over where you walk in and out.
We have got some crazy squirrels around here.
Oh, don't blame them little kitty squirrels. They're naughty. They're innocent in all of this.
Thank goodness she's here. We'll be piled up with sticks and stuff on the porch because those squirrels would be everywhere.
Oh.
She does all she can. She's just one little angel, and she takes care of the most of them.
Mm-hmm.
This is just like being an only child. I got blamed for everything. Everything in the house that wasn't right. What did you do? Have you been in here playing with this? Have you messed this drawer up? And that was just last week. True statement.
Well, if you're the only one here. What's the odds it's somebody else?
Maybe it was some of your friends in there checking your drawers.
No. You know I don't mess the drawers up. That's you that does that.
Sometimes.
Sometimes, yeah.
It's time for us to go, Mama, before you say something to embarrass me in front of my friends.
No, bless his little heart. I wouldn't embarrass you for nothing.
Say good night, Mama.
Good night, Mama. God bless you. Have a wonderful night.
Thank y'all for being with us. We really do appreciate each and every one of y'all. Thank you for liking, following, and sharing. And y'all have a blessed night. And Lord willing, we'll be back tomorrow. And who knows? We might even cook something. Bye.